Welcome to your virtual tour of graphic arts at Autry Technology Center. I'm Cheryl Cooksey, and I'm your guide and instructor at Autry. Are you creative? Would you like to get paid for using your talent? Then graphic arts might just be for you. Welcome. I'm Cheryl Cooksey, and I've been the instructor at Autry for quite a few years. I want to welcome you and show you a little bit about what graphic arts is all about. For example, what do we do in graphic arts? You are going to work hard learning to use graphic design, art principles, Adobe software, Macintosh computers to produce a portfolio that can help you either A, get a job, or B, get into an amazing graphic design program. But you don't have to go to college to have a great career in this field. Some of the opportunities include being a graphic designer, a web designer, a marketing professional, a multimedia designer, a photographer, a videographer, a printing or bindery technician, or social media. That's right, somebody's got to design the social media. Here are some projects that my first year students did in 2020. We don't just design, but we actually print and produce some of the projects. We print on shirts, coffee mugs, car tags, mouse pads, key rings. And here are a few more designs. Ta-da! And what about logos and stickers? Here are some designs that graphic arts students have made that have actually been turned into things like stickers. They've been used on flyers and posters. Notice some of these are real entities in Enid. In fact, they're all real. We also learn how to use professional camera equipment to capture both still and video shots. If you enjoyed the virtual tour today, think about enrolling in graphic arts. Our Autry counselors will be visiting your high schools this month. Now, sit back and enjoy some video demonstrations by Autry students.
Hi, I'm Bailey Humphreys, and I'm a second year in the graphic arts program. And I made this little design for graphic arts this year. I am in Adobe Illustrator, which is where you can make logos and other small little clip art designs. So this is the design I made for this year, and so what I did is, if you can see right down here, you'll see that all of our Adobe softwares have a cute little unique design. And so I thought it'd be a cool idea if we were to make graphic arts into an Adobe software. So what I did is, for this square back here, it's really simple. It's just square right up here. And then when you make the square, you can tap this right here, and the corners will fold up into more of a circular shape. And then you can just go right up here and change the color to whatever color you like, or a new swatch if you don't like any of the colors that they provide you. All of this, all the words is typography, which is you just put in your type tool and you go and find whatever font you want. You can download fonts. They're not that hard to find. And then, so the triangle on the square is separate than this, which you have to go and you can change it into a different shape, which would be the Polygon Tool. And so you just would tap that and you change it to however many points you need. Go, cancel. And you can change this as well, change the corners, and then you just have to center it up with this. It's kind of how I did this tool, except I had to only curve one of the sides, and then this is a little different. Oh, I grouped those together. Okay.
Hi, my name is Jiren Brown, and I'm a second year here in graphic arts. And today I will be showing you guys how to print off our design that we made for our t-shirts, like the one I'm wearing, and the one you will see later in the video like Bailey's wearing. So once you've downloaded it, what you're going to do is we open it in InDesign, then you're going to go into File to Print. I've already preset the settings. There's a lot of settings to preset. So once they're all preset like we want them, then we're going to hit Print. And it's going to print out over here on the Ricoh. One thing, when it does come out of the printer, it is going to be on backwards. That way when you put it on the t-shirt to press, it'll be facing normal, because when it printed on the paper normal like this, it'll print flipped backwards onto the t-shirt. So it also, when it comes out, it is cool, like and the colors on here, they will look different than this. They look more dull on the paper, but they will print up nice and vibrant. So that's what it looks like right off the printer. And I'm gonna hand it over to Bailey.
Hi, I'm Bailey Humphries, and I'm here to put the design on our t-shirt. So before we can put the design on the t-shirt, there are a few steps that we need to do first. For starters, we need to rip the paper around the design. If you do not rip the paper around the design, there will be harsh edges on the t-shirt. So you just have to make sure you don't rip the actual design. Now that that's done, you have to pre-press your design to get all the moisture out of the design. If you don't do this, the moisture in the paper could mess up the design on the t-shirt. So you just hold it over for about 10 seconds. This is our pre-press machine, clamshell machine. It gets up to 650 degrees, but for t-shirt designs, you need it at 400. Okay, now that the moisture is out of that, you have to lint roll your t-shirts to get all the lint off. Okay. Once that's done, you have to put it over here, and you have to pre-press this as well. Now you have to be careful not to touch the machine. Like I said, it's at 400 degrees right now, so that will definitely give you a 3rd-degree burn. You have to make sure that all the wrinkles off of this are off of this, and then you cover this with paper. And now you also pre-press the shirt to get the moisture out of it. Please do it, Kaylin. Thank you. Lovely assistant. And so it takes about 40 to 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay. Now when this pops up, it kind of makes like a loud noise. Really,
It jumps.
yeah, so you should stand back, or Kaylin holds it. I stand back. Okay. Alright. Okay, now you get the design. And to put this t-shirt design on, about 3 fingers under the collar. Try to make it as straight as possible. Make sure it's not upside down. Okay. And then you put a paper over the design to make sure, because some past students have melted stuff on the machine, so you don't want that getting on the t-shirt. On the paper of the design is actually a solid, and when you heat it up to 400 degrees, it combines with the polyester of the shirt into a gas, and so it will actually combine with the shirt, so it won't come off. All right. Thank you. Roll this off, and that's how you get your design onto a t-shirt. All right, and there we go.
My name is Kaylin Brownell, and today I will be showing you guys how we coil bind some booklets that we are doing for another teacher. So you'll take your paper, and with this machine you can't get too much, otherwise it will jam. So we always like to go super thin, and you'll put it in here, make sure it's all lined up, and then this pedal right here you just press down and it'll let you know when it's done, and you can take it out and put it with the rest of your booklet. And then once we do that, then we will send it over to have it binded.
All right, hi, I'm Bailey, and I'll be coil binding this notebook. So first things first, you get this coil. This is a 22-inch coil. So first things first, you have to roll it through the first, like 3 or 4, 5 to be safe. Then you just put the wire against this thing, and you press down on the pedal somehow. There it goes. Since this is a bigger book, the coil it's a little harder for it to continue on. It needs a little extra help. Alright, and then you leave about 2.5 things on each side. You take this, the red dot needs to be up, so you just squeeze it and twist it on both sides to make sure that the papers won't come unbinded. And you're done, and that's your booklet.
Hello, I'm Jiren Brown. I'm a first year this year in graphic arts at Autry Technology. Right here, we have a sticker printing machine named the Roland. It's usually a girl, but sometimes that changes. Right here, we usually design things in Illustrator, and then we have a special path, a cut path, that we put on the outline, and that allows this machine, which prints and simultaneously cuts at the same time, and gives it that path so it can cut correctly. Right here, we put the design into a special format. We then change all our settings. Once those settings are changed, we rip it or rasterize image processing. And then once that's done, we print it. Around the sticker that we do not need, and just like a gardener, you're getting rid of all the stuff that you don't want